We first told you earlier this week that the EDD is requesting proof of employment from 1.4 million people who have already received benefits.
More than a million still haven't responded, but as our political reporter Morgan Reiner explains, for the minority who have responded, it's not an easy process.
Terry Sweet and her husband are both in their 70s. They run a little cottage and a jam making business. But when the state and the county suspended lodging during the pandemic, well, they lost their only source of income. And what they thought was a good solution is now causing them more of a headache. 5 months. That's how long Terry Sweet and her husband were forced to keep the doors of Sweet Oaks closed.
That pays our mortgage. And my husband and I are both in our 70s. So we're not really in a position to go out and work the way we used to.
But still, she found the bright side. The state, using federal money, was allowing people who were self-employed, like herself, to apply for unemployment checks.
Really grateful that they made the state made the exception.
But an estimated $20 billion in fraudulent claims later, and the EDD is now going back to ask for proof from more than 1 million people.
EDD has been victimized to the tune of billions of dollars. And so it's even a heightened alert when someone calls and says they're from the government and they want some information from you.
Sweet thought it was a scam call, so she asked for a name and a number to call back.
I asked her, how do I know you're from EDD? May I have your number and I'll call you back? So when I called back, I got a message that said, we are getting more calls than we can handle. Please try again later.
She never got through. Then she gets an email saying her claim was denied. She now needs to appeal it and set a court date.
So much work could have been avoided. And why take up court time, the judge's time, when all they had to do was answer the phone?
I reached out to the EDD to confirm everything that Sweet told me, but at this point I have not heard back. Although I do know from a previous press release of theirs that of the people who did respond to their request of proof, 10% of them need follow-ups.